Everyone. This is No BS with JK. I'm just giving you straightforward tutorials on how to use ChatGPT. And today's topic is about how to really create engaging paragraphs or introductions to your article, or it could be for YouTube, right? So you gotta tailor that to ChatGPT. So we're gonna kind of do some how do you use ChatGPT? How do you make it work for you? If you don't have any ideas on how to start ChatGPT to create your introductions, or if you're trying to brainstorm or overcoming blank page or things like that, uh, it's all going to make sense after you've finished watching this video. So let's just kind of get started, right? Google News here. I have a whole bunch of articles, bad news, good news, whatever. But you could kind of get an idea of what kind of article you might kind of the tone, the style of writing that you might be looking for your article. Or if you have existing articles that you like and it's performing well, then you could kind of use that too. But you don't have to use existing articles. You could also ask ChatGPT what makes an introduction to an article engaging and wanting people to stay and continue reading. Now here, I'm not trying to like fix the grammar issue here. ChatGPT kind of knows what I'm talking about, so really the prompt is gonna get fine tuned eventually. So just if you have an idea, just kind of explain it as much as possible. And if ChatGPT is kind of giving you some random stuff, then maybe try to reword it. But as long as you just type in something, it's gonna give you something, and you just kind of work along that. And yeah, don't be scared of like I need to create a good prompt, or I need to buy a prompt or borrow someone else's prompt. This my method is really on how do you use it, or how to teach you to make ChatGPT work for you, not for anyone else. So yeah, here hook, relevance, clarity, brevity, preview of content, tone, style, personal touch, prompt curiosity. So here things like it's giving you a lot of information. So I just kind of have to go with an article here. Let's just say that what if this article is really great, has a great introduction. How do we understand what that is? So what makes this article introduction engaging and wanting people to stay and continue is the article. Now, in comparison with ChatGPT 4 and 3.5, it's really providing better results. I use ChatGPT 4. I use Gemini, with Google's previously known as Bard. I go back and forth to test, kind of see what works and what doesn't. A lot of people use ChatGPT 4, and a lot of people will start eventually use Gemini, and I use both. So I might have videos and things like that when I do um, tutorials on how to create things like title tags and things like that. I might share both results, so here, compelling opening statement, credible and expertise, relevant, timely topic. Okay, so now I am going to create a let's say I have an article, right? This is taking it. I'm just gonna use this as an example. Now I'm just using the chat format. There is obviously custom GPT that you could actually create. So if you have hundreds of articles and you want to revamp the introduction, you can. Um, okay, let's just kind of start over because it's just following the old article. Ooh. Now, this article is Microsoft just recently celebrated its first anniversary launching preview. It's been super busy, 12 months, blah, 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 blah. Okay. We skipped the part. That I am writing a prompt to create introductions. Readers engaged. But you told me to a well-written prompt instruction on how to create, let's say write introduction, plural paragraphs. So now I'm using what I've asked ChatGPT what is an introduction. I've found an article, for example, this has a great, does it really have a great introduction? Don't look now, but oh yeah. Transferring public life. Well, not bad. So I could give more data, right? So now I could piggyback. This is called a piggyback strategy. It's just adding layers on top of layers of more instructions, more fine tuning. And it just takes a couple of minutes, right? So prompt for engaging introduction paragraph. So now I have it. Now I'm going to give you the article for you to write an introduction. Write a better introduction. Once you've learned all of my requirements. So now this right here is going to be something I'll always copy and paste. And now I'm going to give that article. I hate that ChatGPT always does this introduction in an ever-changing, ever-evolving digital landscape. So I usually Microsoft Copilot celebrating its first anniversary represents fascinating case study in the integration of AI into daily lives. This anniversary not only marks a milestone for Mark, but also beckons us to question how deeply has this technology embedded itself to our personal. Maybe 1 year after its launch, it's time to look at Microsoft AI Copilot and see if it really becomes part of our lives, people's life. When it first came out, everyone was curious about it, but the big question is, are people still using it? I like this better. So now I could use this for my prompt here. Now I'll give you an article for you to write a better introduction once you've learned all of my requirements. Also, use plain language. And then every time you get a better and better introduction or worse introduction, something that you don't like, you just add it to the instruction. At a certain point, you're going to have a very, very long introduction, and some of the sections, ChatGPT might just totally ignore or forget. So keep a balance of the things that you actually need or want uh, in that prompt, and then just kind of do that. So now you don't have to come up with a brilliant prompt. You just use ChatGPT and existing stuff out there to kind of learn how ChatGPT learn from. Now you're able to come up with a better and more refined result. I like this. I kind of prefer this over Copilot. Just recently celebrated its first anniversary, launching preview for the first time as Bing Chat last February. I don't care. It's been super busy 12 months for Microsoft since bringing its AI Copilot to almost every product. Very long. 1 year after its launch, it's time to look at Microsoft AI Copilot and see if it's really become a part of people's life. When it first came out, everyone was curious about it, but the big question is, it's more impactful. I have a better introduction. I could always refine it, but now I could use this template. So if I write an entire article based on my experience, my expertise, my introduction is horrible, this is how you do it. I You got the hooks. What else do you have here? You got everything. Uh, you could also ask. Target audience. That's another one. Emotional connection, blah blah blah, and so on and so on. You could actually make a whole book on how to create an introduction, right? There are introduction books probably written. So this is gonna go on forever and ever, but it's again up to you. You pick, you choose. You could actually have it write this one, and then you could go back. My target audience are digital marketers. Can you cater to them in this introduction? I forgot. Use plain language. This is too, and this is too long. And there you have it. Just have the initial prompt. There are other things you could add. Emotional connection, call to action, keywords, things like that. But now you have a way to build a better prompt not use anyone else's prompt. You have your own formula. You could focus on the hook. You could just target audience. You could the style, tone, and style could be slightly different. You could uh, prompt curiosity or um, make a statement, right? Or it could be like have a scenario for them to understand or relate to, so that um, these specific audience can be more engaged with the article. Um, Whole bunch of stuff that ChatGPT is giving you. You just pick and choose, and then you have that custom introduction. If you want ChatGPT to write you the entire article just with a simple prompt or things like that, it doesn't. Um, it's not going to be as relevant to your audience. Google, Bing, everyone is focused on targeting specific audience, targeting specific user intent, targeting specific individual with needs that needs to be met or things like that. It has to be specific with experience, expertise, trust, authority. Uh, in this way, AI can actually help with that. Um, so with that, I don't have anything else to add. Um, I hope you're ready for this upgrade with ChatGPT 4, which so you'll be able to write crazy introduction, an engaging introduction. If you have any question or if you know if it works for you, leave a comment below. If you want to know more about how to use ChatGPT in certain situations, leave a comment. And yeah, see you next time.